What's up, saddle hunters? Jared here with you, and today we're going over the Ginger Ninja Death Machine. So I've gotten a few comments on the last few videos asking what my bow setup is, what my arrows are. So I figured I'd just take a few minutes and just run down what I'm using. So this is a 2020 Matthews VXR 28. It is set on 28.5 inch draw, 66 pounds. I'm shooting roughly a 590 grain arrow at 260 feet per second. So I'll go into the bow first and then I'll go into the arrows separately. So like I said, the bow is the Matthews VXR 28. I got this bow early spring of 2020. I have taken this bow all over the place. It's been to Alaska, North Dakota, California, Ohio, I don't even know where else, Pennsylvania. It's been all over the place. I've killed several critters with it, and I absolutely love this thing. It's nice and short, it's well balanced, it's smooth, it's fast enough, but most of all, it's extremely quiet, and that's really important to me. But for accessories, I'm running the QAD integrated rest, a Excel AccuTouch Carbon Pro. I've actually had this sight on multiple bows. I've been using this sight for probably close to 10 years. It's got a 10 thousandths single pin that's green. So I wanted to add something in real quick about the sight. So I'm obviously shooting the single pin. If you look at the pin going up, I actually have two little white vinyl dots. I don't know if you can see them on there if the camera's focusing or not. But I actually use those as a second and third pin for fast follow-up shots if I would happen to need it. So whatever I have my sight set on, say I have it set on 20 yards, that second pin down would basically serve as my 30-yard pin. Now typically I will set this sight on 24 yards with this rig, and I can shoot from 0 to 30 with very little difference in holdover. At 30 yards I aim just a little bit high, and anything inside 10 yards I can pretty much aim dead on and hit them right where I want. So it's a very simple setup, and the single pin set on 24 yards covers about 99% of the shots I take in the woods. I'm running a 6-inch sidebar and an 8-inch front, no weight on the front, and 2 ounces on the back. So for grips, I'm actually running side plates. I don't know if you can see them there. So these side plates are made by my buddy Casey at Black Claw Grips. So check him out on Facebook. He makes some killer looking stuff. Really nice. So he made those for me. And I've actually got, if you can see it there, some grip, some non-skid tape on the back of the riser. So if my hands get sweaty, I can keep a nice consistent hand placement. Other than that, that's about it. It's been a great rig for me. Oh, another thing I'll mention, I am not shooting a peep sight. I've done a video on that in the past on the Hunt Appalachia channel, so check that out. I'm just running a Bowmar nose button, no peep at all, and I absolutely love that setup. So that's about it for the bow. It's you know, it's nothing too special, but it works for me, and I really like it. I'm actually going to be switching to the new V3. I'm actually got one right here, and I've been working on getting it set up. So you're going to be seeing more of that bow in the future videos. But this has been a good rig for me, and I'm actually going to pass it along to my son, so he's pretty excited about using it. But now we'll get into the arrow setup. All right, for arrows, I'm shooting a Day 6 HD 300. This is a .165 micro diameter arrow. Extremely durable. I have yet to break one of these things, and I've shot quite a few animals with them now. Running a 100 grain stainless steel insert-outsert system on the end, and a Day 6 Evo 125 solid cut on contact. I think they're just over an inch cutting diameter. Then you got the bleeders on there. But this setup has just been phenomenal for me the past 2 seasons. Shot quite a few critters, and I have got to pass through every single time. So it's been a really good setup. And I'm shooting the Zinger, the Gen 2 Zinger fletchings on there. That is actually a 6-degree offset on a 4-fletch. It's left helical. So I always shoot left helical on my rigs, because anytime I've shot a bear shaft out of a bow, it naturally wants to spin them to the left. So I always shoot left helical. Almost got hit by some nuts there. but I always shoot left helical and they fly fantastic for me. For lighted nocks, I'm using the New Fletch Igniter, which is a pretty interesting system. So you have this aluminum collar that you glue into the arrow, and then you've got this little light that goes into the collar, and then you've just got a regular nock, which I really like. So the nock just goes in there, and then when it fires and pushes forward, it turns it on, and they're super reliable. And they actually weigh the same exact as any other nock, so like 24 grains. But like I said, these arrows are about 590 grains. I'm not running a ton of FOC, right around, I think, maybe 12%, but it's just an overall heavier arrow. It's a very thick wall shaft, and they're extremely durable and they fly amazing. So I really like these arrows. So I also had a couple comments on my buck kill from this past week here in West Virginia. Some people saying that it was maybe not the best shot to take, and I would partly agree with that. It was a very hard quartering away shot, and it's not for every setup. It's not for every arrow setup. You know, if you're shooting a heavier arrow, cut on contact head, where you're going to get that penetration, I will take that shot every day of the week. I shot a buck in North Dakota last year, same exact angle, complete pass through, heart shot. He was dead in 30 yards. This buck here this past week, he was even more quartering away, and arrow went right through him, perfect top of the heart shot. He was dead inside 30 yards in 10 seconds. So you really have to know your anatomy. That's all it comes down to for any shot angle. Know your anatomy, know what your arrow can do penetration wise, and only take the shots that you feel comfortable with. I felt totally comfortable with that shot, and it obviously resulted in a dead deer in a very quick manner. So yeah, so that's my bow and arrow setup. Hopefully that helps you guys. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below, and I'd be glad to help you out. Peace.